Please welcome Mr. Ayodeji Oluko, the head of partnerships.
Okay.
Yeah, Aluko, CRC, head of partnerships and data analytics, CRC Credit Bureau, and also Oluwakemi, the risk management officer for LSETF.
Thank you. So thank you so much, everyone. It's a pleasure being here today. Like you were as well introduced by the LSETF, that's Lagos State Employment Trust Fund team, about our partnership. It's a great pleasure to welcome each and everybody connecting all around the world to this section today. And we believe that the next 1 hour we're going to be spending, we're going to be looking at how our what we do as a credit bureau, how this can benefit our business. I mean, when I say our business, I'm sure you are already in a partnership. We have already have a standing partnership with LSETF in Lagos, and also most people on the call today have the same relationship, a growth-related relationship with LSTF. So I want to welcome you, and I'll just be showing us something simple, and then just for us before we commence the service. So I would like you to see if you can see my screen. I'll be glad if you can confirm if you can see my screen. Can everyone see my screen, please?
I can see your screen. Please put it in the comment section or give me a reaction if you can see. If you can see Mr. Ayodeji's screen, I can see your screen perfectly. I can't see it again.
Okay, yes. Yeah. I'm trying to make it, to bring it up in another form so that we can all see it. Just a minute. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So we are going to be looking at our credit scores. How does that affect our business? How does that improve what we do? We've heard about the success story that LSCF has had in the last few years, how they have been able to impact the employment, the market, the business market in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State. And I'm already looking forward to LSCF expanding to other states. So I could hear our coordinators mentioning for Lagos residents, but the information is global. So whenever you're connected from this afternoon, you are privileged, and I want to welcome you once again. So what we do, I would like you to know in the course of like the next 10 minutes, so that you'll be able to ask me questions and also be able to provide more insight to how your scores, what are the benefits, as you go to help your business to grow. Yes, we are happy. I'm sure the aim of having this fund is to bring in people who to be able to infuse them into the market and be able to take up people, employing them, giving them opportunity to have a life of their own. And with that, we are reducing poverty. We are reducing poverty in our communities. So I want to encourage us anywhere we are joining today. So you might be wondering, what is Credit Bureau? What do we do? What is still about the CRC Credit Bureau? What are the things that we do? So CRC is owned by 11 investors, and those 11 investors are 10 of Nigerian commercial banks. It used to be 16 of them. And then it's regulated by Central Bank of Nigeria. So we are regulated by Central Bank of Nigeria in everything that we do. So we are committed into empowering. So you can see our ideology and that of Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is the same. So we are committed to empowering individuals business with reliable credit information and data-driven solutions. So what we basically do is to ensure people like business like you, because I'm sure at the end of this session, many of you will be asking questions relating to what do I need to do? How do I need to benefit from what you are doing? So I just need to have that confidence at the back of your mind. So we have over 15 years credit bureau experience in Nigeria, where we've been able to collate data from different aspects of Nigerian economy, from all the banks, all the MFB, all the Marshall Bank, anywhere that is buy today and pay tomorrow. So, and the government agencies, we'll be able to collate this data together that many people have been using it to make decisions. So you know that before you do anything, people will ask you questions. So I'm sure if you have ever applied for any form of support from LSTF, they will do they set terms and conditions apply. So part of the thing they do for you as an individual, as a business owner, is to check how healthy you are in terms of what have you done with previous credits that has been given to you before. What have you done with it? Have you been able to use this? Have you been able to use this credit to also drive other things? What have you applied? How well have you applied this credit? So a credit score, either to a business or to an individual, is a 3-digit number that acts as a numerical representation of what your credit outflow look like. So let me just shed more light on that. So you have what is called, every time that you approach a lender, either a bank, a government agency, a government intervention agency, or anywhere, or you go online, you go to LSTF, you use your USSD, you get a loan either via the app or anywhere. There is what we call a credit check that is being done on you. So they want to know how credit worthy you are, how trustworthy are you with whatsoever money that I've given to you. In the time past, in Nigeria, I'm not so old, but I've been in the system for a while. I've been in the system for a while. So in those days, when you go to a bank and you want to apply for a facility, then there was nothing like, now you can get to your phone. I'm sure some of us here, we have not been to our banks, our traditional banks. We haven't been there. We have not been physically be there in years. But then you must go to the bank. You must see the manager. You must fill a form. But now you and I know, just write on your phone. Just write with, either you have internet, so far you have a phone that is connected to network, you can apply for a facility. That's how simple that the lending space has evolved over time using technology. And part of the technology that every lender in Nigeria has used is CRC Credit Bureau, to be able to know who you are. So in life, whatever you do, perspective, how do people perceive you? What are the things they have in mind concerning you? Some people, they haven't seen you before, but they have already formed, they already have idea of the kind of person you are. So we speak about presentation. We speak about your company documentation. We speak about how do you manage the fund that have been given to you. What do you just think that the money is free? The money is a grant. The money is just a loan with maybe even 0% or 1%. So I can quickly take it today and drop that line and take another one. No, all your footprints in credit space are being recorded. They are being kept with CRC Credit Bureau. So that's your your lender. They want to know how worthy you are before they avail you they give their money to you. Even not just in Nigeria, outside the country, people call us from around the world. They make a request. When you contact them, they come back to us as the topmost credit bureau in Nigeria to ask, so what do they do? Who is this person? How well do we have this person's record? We want to know what he has done. So your credit score, that report, sometimes it can be 10 pages, 3 pages, the credit report. So the summarization of that report is turned into a score. So I'm seeing when Ayodij Nigeria Limited or Adej Nigeria Limited comes to you, when they come for their credit representation, what I see is just a digital. I do not need to know you. That's why in LSTF, I know them, We work together, we've been partners, so I know the kind of thorough job that they are doing there. We want to just give you guys a kudos, you guys are doing well, is that they will do your verification, they will check you out. So the part of the checking they do is to obtain your credit score from CRC Credit Bureau. So with that, your credit score is being graded between poor, average, good, and excellent. So I do not need to know you if you fall into the category of poor. Maybe your rating is already showing poor. I do not need to know you. If your rating is also showing excellent, I also do not. I mean, the lender do not need to know you. Like, buys me as a credit bureau. Is like your, how will I put it now? What you are doing is virtually going ahead of you. Is going ahead of you so that it can define the kind of person that you are. So a good character, integrity is the core. Well, with integrity, how have you been able to manage that was given to you? That you might be saying is little. You could hear our coordination mentioning that. It's either we have loan amount from 50,000 to 5 million naira. And there are some businesses in Nigeria, the amount they need is just that. It's just between that 50,000 to that 5 million. Just imagine that you are taking 50,000 when you have opportunity of having having 5 million, and you have now been, what I've done is that you have made yourself not bankable. You have made yourself not credit worthy, all because of some things, some act that you perform in the course of giving you that loan. So integrity, your ability to stick to what the times and conditions that you have applied for as a business owner. So if you say, I will be paying you every Friday by 5 p.m., why don't you do it by 4:30 at the least? All those things can't. It can't. Not that you are not doing it on Saturday morning. If you're unable to make it on Saturday by Friday 5 p.m., why didn't you send an email? Why didn't you contact your relationship manager? But to some business, they don't care. They will understand. A business is a business. And the way you manage your credit portfolio, the way you manage what has been availed to you will determine the progress of how well in Nigeria that you can survive as a business owner. That is why they call it unseen key to your business growth. We all agree. Part of the reason many people around the world, anywhere you go to, maybe in the sub-Saharan, what people say is that part of the things that is hindering SME growth is funding. But you just hear it now from the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund that they are funding from 50,000 to 5 million. Are we all together? Thank you. So it's now being used, your credit report is being used to determine how well credit worthy. Just a minute, please. You credit worthy. This is the rating. So in CRC, we are using what is called a FICO rating. A FICO is called Fair Isaac and Company. It's one of the biggest credit scoring agencies in the world. It's an American company that CRC has partnered with. Because of our international outlook in CRC Credit Bureau, we partner with institutions. That's the team that I lead. We partner with a big corporate agency around the world to provide services that is being used there and adopt the same thing with what we are using in Nigeria. So anywhere you take our scores to around the world, it's acceptable. That's the what integrity that we've established using a scoring model. So you can see this scoring model now, like I've explained. If no matter how good you are, no matter how good your business proposal look like, if your credit score is checked and it is scored poor, absolutely, I'm sure we are not permitted to advise as a regulated agency by CBN. We are not permitted to advise. We are only permitted to give you data insight. It is the lender position. I'm sure when LSETF people are speaking, they will also provide insights into that. So if you are excellent, You will know when others are still struggling to get one additional documentation for somebody that's on average. Okay, bring this, bring that, to see how they can. Somebody that is excellent is loan approval. Is immediately that is rolling in is getting approval. But someone who has a poor credit score, either as an individual or your business, it will continue to adversely impact your how well you survive as a business owner. These are what I want us to consider this afternoon. That yes, the government, the Lagos State government, has opened its door through Lagos State Employment Trust Fund to empower Lagos residents. How well are we using it? And Lagos State LSETF, they've gotten a good rating, a good mark about how they have been able to successfully turn around and reduce their non-performing loans over time, which is a big kudos. I'm sure you're going to be hearing about them in the news in the days to come. Don't let me bust that. Everyone is going to hear about it. The team, they are doing fantastically well. We partnered together for years. So this is just score. So how is your score being calculated? What do you need to know about how is my score being calculated? Your payment history. It takes a larger portion of your credit score all around the world. This is the standard. This is the benchmark. Your payment history. Do you pay? Oh, you delay your payment for 2 days. And I tell people in credit bureau, I'm sure there are a lot of people here. So I always like to ship in this. In life, when you sin, when you deviated from the norms and you apologize, people will forgive you. They will give you forgiveness. Even with our beliefs, either you're a Christian or you're Muslim, also support that. But in credit space, when you miss payment without no reason, without no prior notice of you, agree notice, even if you pay the next day, even if you miss it for 2 days, even if you miss it for 30 days, 90 days, and today you are able to clear, even with the charges, the penalties, it is still going to be showing on your records. They will say thank you to you for paying, but your record, it has already negatively impacted your score. So it is essential for every business owner around Lagos and around Lagos or Nigeria and across the world to ensure that your payment history, you are meeting it up as it's supposed to. The amount of your outstanding debt, what are the things you have taken? What is the amount you are having overdue? You know, some people will have overdue amount. So assuming that every month you are supposed to be paying, or every week or every day as it is, you are supposed to be paying 300,000 or 30,000. But every day that the lender comes to you, they are meeting maybe out of 30,000, they are getting just 20,000 or 18,000 or 15,000 from your account. All this has its negative effects on your credit score at the end of the day. The length of your credit history is one of those things as well that affect how well your credit score is. Not those numbers. Those numbers are not just given to them. They are not just given to you because I like your face. It is your behavioral pattern, how well you engage, how well you do, that really impacts those numbers. And these are the things that it constitutes. So how long do you mix those credits? How long do you pursue new credits? What are the new credits? Do you always, we call them in the credit palace. Don't let me use that language. It's not appropriate to use for someone or a business owner. So if you're someone today, you're in this agency, lending agency, to get facility. Tomorrow, every time opportunity comes, you're always jumping at it. You're always moving. You are doing credit checks on you. All this has a bit of impact on how your credit score is being measured. So you can see how important it is. Every lender all around the world, they check you out. They don't just see your face. They don't just look at your business proposal only. They look at your books. They look at how well you are doing before we determine. Maybe if someone on this call remember, at the time you apply for a facility, maybe you apply for 5 million, 3 million, and you were only being profiled that you are only qualified to take 1 million out of 3 million. What has happened is that they have looked at so many things. How well can you repay? What are your earnings? What do you earn? What are your daily returns? What is your debt to profit margin? What are all those things? Have they been able to calculate it effectively? So I want you to know that there are benefits when you have good credit score to your business. I've been mentioning it in the course of our conversation. It helps you in maintaining good image and reputation, your integrity. There are some businesses today, when their data is flying in, I notice that these guys, when I'm sure people are looking for them, institutions are writing to them that we want to partner with you. We want to do business with you. What have they done? They have done what is called a background checks on your credit worthiness. I'm sure some of us here must have gotten emails, notification, either through our bank or just SMS. It's telling us that you are qualified to take so amount of money. You are qualified to take this so amount of money. So with that, what have they done? They have done what is called, they've done profiling for you by the end that will enable them to be able to profile you and tell you that, oh, based on your past experiences, we noticed that this person has a good credit score, has a good business score. Let's just contact them. Let's quickly offer our business to them. There are some people in the midst of lack of, what's it called? When people say that inadequate funding, there are some that are having enough. And if you have a good credit score, you'll be able to negotiate interest. That's one of the benefits. That is what we call risk-based pricing in risk assessment. Risk-based pricing. Two of us might apply for the same facility. They apply with the same condition. We are earning the same salary. We are of the same age. We are of the same everything. But at the end of the day, the facility will be approved for A and the B will not be approved. What has happened is that we have looked at their credit score and they discovered that their past experiences are not the same. So what we are pushing for is that as a business owner, let integrity, let ability to meet up with your promises, let it be what that drives your business. So when they use that risk-based pricing, you can approach the person and say, why are you offering me so percentage? Look at my credit score. It's one of the best you can ever get. So because of that, I'm seeking for so reduction in my interest. And the lender, they don't want to lose you. They don't want you to walk away. They will offer you something best, and you'll be able to negotiate. But someone who has already have a low credit score will never have that opportunity to negotiate. Quick opportunity to obtain, I've spoken about, to obtain facility from lender. As lender prefer to deal with the person with high score. I've spoken more about that when I was speaking. Open door to great credit offering from lenders. They are looking out for you every day. Lenders are coming, they are coming to CRC. They are asking us, we need people, we want to interact with people. Help us, look at our data, look at our books. We need help us to analyze the best of them and bring them out for us. We want to deal with them. So where have you found yourself? So now you can see it is not lack of fund that is keeping business down now. It is lack of your not being able to maintain a good, excellent credit score. It places your business in a better bargaining position. That's what I've mentioned. You can go to your vendors and look at, you can tell your vendor, you can go to Fuani, you can go to your vendor and say, I have good, you can check me out. All of them, they have access to as an entity. Though credit bureau is not open to individual, it's open to an entity. They are the one, you can come, although as an individual, you can also get your own credit score by just going to crccreditbureau.com and access, you are entitled to one free credit score every year to look at where you are. in the credit space. Maybe they have even reported something wrong about you, and you are not aware until the day you now want to take a big facility and you are seeing something that you have never noticed, and that might not delay or hinder your progress, hinder your credit availing you more credit. So always check you can check yourself out as well. Lower interest rates on loans and higher credit limits. So I want to encourage us, check yourself out as well. No number of minimum collateral, not little or number of, some people they will ask them. It's because the lenders, they know what they are doing. It's a risk business. So some people say, oh, I don't want, they will ask me if I go to the bank, if I ask the lender, they will be bringing me all sorts of documentation, either the one that I have or I don't have. That's why I've stayed off. We have so many ideas, so many people with great opportunities. It is because what is holding them back is not they are not these opportunities are not open. It has always been because they have poor credit score. With that, some people we see a lot of them not collateralized. There are plenty in Nigeria. It might even be the amount of credit you use every week that are used to calculate your credit score. How well is that also have impact on what you do? Thank you. So we have products in CRC where I'm not going to be mentioning. If you want to contact us, you can contact us at crccreditbureau.com. Our website is there. You are entitled every year to one credit report that you can use it to assess yourself. Make it part of your yearly as a business owner. Make it, okay, that is not open to business owner, only to individual. Thank you for that. I want to make that clarification. With that now, you will be able to know how healthy your business is. It is an healthy body, it's an healthy business that can grow. If your business is not healthy, growth is going to be impeded. You will be struggling. And information is power. So I want to appreciate LSTF for this opportunity you have given to us. Within this next 1 hour, I will be glad as I over to my other colleague to take up from here. So thank you so much, everyone, for connecting. I will be here to take your question, and we'll be glad to spend the remaining minutes together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ayodeji. You did extreme justice to the topic.
Thank you.
Seeing the chat, very insightful, very insightful. It was definitely clear that your business score is the clear unseen key to your growth, and everybody here has been impacted by your knowledge. So on behalf of LSETF, once again, I'd love to say a big thank you, Mr. Ayodeji, for breaking it down in the simplest ways possible.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to move into questions. We're going to move into the panel session. Is Kemi, are you here so that we can move into the panel session?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're going to move into the panel session. That was, but I would like to check my credit score. I'd like to check my credit score. I want to see what number I'm in. So let's look at it from an LSETF link, right? So for Kemi, I know that you see a lot of people who apply for our loans and then you see their credit scores. But how does an LSETF loan and its repayment, how does it directly feed into and build this credit profile?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, Larry, for that question. And thank you to Mr. Aluko. That was really rich. That was a rich information to everybody on this call. Yeah, making your repayments LSETF to LSETF actually boosts your score. And just to support what Mr. Aluko mentioned, making your repayment on time and when due, and even before when due, and regularly without missing your payment, of course, fit into your credit score. because it's mandated that every financial institution submits the performance of every individual or business who have taken a facility from that institution. So LSETF is very compliant, and we submit data on a monthly basis to these credit bureaus every month of the status of your loan repayment. So if you'll be making your payment as at when due, of course your payments and your credit report and your credit score are being updated on a monthly basis. So yes, that's how LSETF, to answer the question before I go off track and say more, that is how LSETF directly feeds into the business or individual profile and build their score.
Oh, okay. So LSETF does it every month to the credit bureau.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting, Mr. Ayodeji. So majority of our entrepreneurs, Lagos, even across the world, they begin by using personal funds to build their businesses. So what advice do you have for such entrepreneurs? Which of your products will be most suitable for monitoring both their business and personal credits, basically among those your products and services? So I take the question again.
No, I'm fine. I got
Oh, okay,
a
no
question.
problem.
So this is how this thing
Right.
works. So credit bureau, CRC credit bureau receive data on a daily basis. We deal with data on a daily basis. Regulatory is every month. Based on the CBN directives, it's every month. But we receive data using our APIs, like every day from the fintechs, from those guys who are doing into short lending, and then they want to ensure that those data come into the bureau. Yes, many people, many business owner, because in this our home client, many people start their business by raising funding from either from their own personal savings or from families and friends. We thank God for family and friends in our lives. So you can't do without them before they come to you, before they come to like your organization like yours. So many people we encourage. I mean, it is encouraged. Sorry, I'm not permitted to advise. That's my regulatory standard. I don't advise, but as a risk manager, as a risk assets manager, it is essential for a new business or for an entrepreneur that is growing. You can start using your personal information to do your business, to support your business. But if your desire is to scale up, that is why we encourage you. That's why they say you should register your business, have a registration. That means you have become an entity. So it is better to take a switch at a very early stage as well, because your documentation, your bank transactions, let them know you are receiving business. Let that be documentation. Don't let people give you job by using SMS to offer you contracts. Okay, I've offered you, come supply us. Do receipt, do invoice, so that you can file it. When somebody come and look at you can say, oh, you have done this kind of a supply, you have done this kind of things. All of those things has impact. So begin to switch from your personal side to your business aspect. There are some people, because when they are evaluating, your personality evaluation might be lower. This is the business they want to work with, they want to handle, because they believe is an entity that is living. It's a living entity just like you. But we know you are the one that is running it. So it's very essential. So our product as an entrepreneur, every year, even every month, we see some people, some business owner, every month, they do a credit checks on themselves. Do a service called a self-inquiry. Check yourself out. Subscribe to an annual-based product on our platform. Subscribe to it, our monitor and alert. So any point, even I'm sure Experian, those one around the world, they also Equifax, they have TransUnion, they have their services. Check yourself out. Do your own. So no, it's not until you are in need of financial support, you are in need of capital, that you will not getting to know that you have a poor credit score. That you know what do I need to do about it. Check yourself out, number one. Number two, using that tools either monthly or every quarter. Let's see what the lenders are reporting about you. So with that, we will be able to know how healthy, I speaking about healthy body. Healthy, it is healthy business that grow. When you know what you are, that will enable you to be able to stand and boldly come to organizations like Lagos State Employment Trust Fund to seek their hand. And they will, I'm sure, Larry and his colleague, they will be happy to receive it. So thank you.
Of course, we'll be happy to receive it. So we have a question on the Q&A, and it's from Apochi Johnson, and he has a couple of questions. So the first question is, how was this figure calculated on the credit score?
Okay, shared what that constitute a credit score. I've shared it slide. Maybe I will make it available to you after what we call after the session. Yes, you can share with them. So what constitute is number one thing is your repayment history. In credit bureau, in the lending space, your sin of missing payments, they are not easily forgiven. They are always there. The footprints are always there. You hear my colleague, Kemi mentioning, Miss Kemi mentioning about every month, this information is provided to us in credit bureau from across over 2,000 lenders around Nigeria. That includes all the commercial banks, many government agencies. They made this data available to us and we process it. So the way it is being calculated is by able to know your history, the amount of money you have collected, your credit picture, and how your tenure. Somebody that we have mortgage, who have mortgage facility, because mortgage runs for 20, 15 years, depending on your age. Because if you are running a mortgage, because for you to run a mortgage, that means consistency. Every month, you have or quarterly or yearly, there's a bulk amount of money you are paying. So for such people who have such line of credit, they tend to have high credit rating all across the world. And there's something I did not mention that is what is also called business rating, that is being done like business like Agosto. In Nigeria, we have 3 rating agencies in Nigeria. So they look beyond your credit now. They look at the people on your board of your business, people who are part of your business. They look at your revenue turnover. They put everything into calculating. That's why you will hear they said that bank has been given a B+. This bank, this country, Nigeria, has a A+. Oh, sometimes you hear that the World Bank has downgraded our rating from A+ to B+ or B-. You understand? That's credit rating, which is different, which is it's the same process, but information that goes into it. They have similar information, but just different. I just wanted to clarify that. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ayajidi. That clarified it a lot. And the second question, I think I've already answered it, is that can payment history also give us credit score? I think my own question to you would be, if a business defaults in the timing and the business gives a reason why, can that also not affect the credit score negatively?
Well, I didn't get that, please. I didn't get that. You said, I didn't get it, please.
If a business defaults on the payment history, but it gives a reason, would it affect the credit score negatively?
Okay, that depends. We are agency that is like
Can I answer that? Okay.
Okay, we are like agency that is blank. Okay, Kemi, you also. We are, as a credit bureau, we don't do anything to data that come from all around the country, that come from all the lenders. We don't do anything to it. So it is what we receive that we upload. You can never, I don't deal with individual. I mean, so far we don't receive data from individual. So there's no way your credit, if you have informed, maybe Kemi will be the best person to answer because they are the one that in that space. I'm not a lender. I'm just a data company that's managing data. So Kemi, over to you, please.
That's cool.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So I was trying to clarify that for TRC and other credit bureaus, they're like the warehouse that stores all this information and data from every financial institution. So it's like that one place that you can go and download your report, just like your report card from different subjects you do in school. Let's liken it to school. You have different subjects and different teachers. You write an exam and they all grade you differently. So you submit everything, and at the end of your session in school, you have a report card. That report card paper now houses the reports from every teacher. So that's the role the credit bureau plays in this case. Ayodeji, I'm right?
Yes,
That's the
you
role.
are.
Am I the right
That's
track?
what we play. We just
That's the
collect the
role.
data
Yeah, they
and
just
we
house
send it
it.
back to the people. We give it back to the lenders. We collect it and send it back to us. So
They
if you
just
are
house the
informed your
data.
lender, yeah, if you
If
have
you
informed
want to, so for people who want to clarify, like what the question you asked, Larry, for those who maybe they've defaulted or something and want to explain why that happened, that is where you don't wait till when you already know your due date. So, and you already have projections on, okay, this is the date I'm going to make my payment. For example, you're meant to pay on the 15th of every month. If as at 13th, you visibly can see that you won't be able to meet up with that payment, it's advisable to reach out to that institution where you took the loan to ask for more time or for loan restructuring. Some institutions are willing to do that. They restructure your loan and give you a new date, and all of that. Every financial institution has different approach to that, but it's something that is negotiable, especially if you have a good credit score, a good history, which can be seen that, oh, this is not how you used to behave, and it shows credibility from your end that you're trustworthy, you want to pay, but you are having, life happens, we know what happens with the economy and the likes. So that is why you are proactive enough to reach out first. So the institution are already aware, and at that point they are going to submit the right data to the bureaus. That's where CRC is. So they are going to update it accordingly. Like I mentioned initially, it's like a report card. So the entry point and all of that starts with us, the financial institution. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
She
So,
does it better. Grace hand is up. Maybe she has a question. Now you take her question.
okay, Grace. If Grace can type it in the chat box, let me see. Okay,
Okay.
her hand is up.
Apochi also has a question about what about cash flow collateral.
So I have, yeah. So Grace, you can unmute and you can ask your question.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Grace.
Okay, please, I want to know what step does CRC take to confirm that the data agents that supply these data, that they are being accurate, that the source of the data is accurate, there is no errors, no mistakes, and where there is a mistake, how is that reconciled? Can maybe like the data subject come forward to say, okay, I have seen this data on your system, and can they contest it?
Okay, thank
And
you so
how
much.
is that verified?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Grace. That's a very good question. So, like I said, we are credit bureaus. Before any data comes to us, we have we have received this template from the CBN, our regulator, that details the kind of question, the kind of information, the kind of data that comes to us from the lenders. So before you can begin to submit that lender, those data into the bureau, you have gone through a series of processes as an entity before you can stop. Not that you will give money to your friend. Not that you give money to your friend, you say you now, because your friend did not pay, you are bringing it to the bureau. No, we don't take such kind of data. So the accuracy and the completeness of your report, the onus is on the provider of that data to the bureau. So as a bureau, I do not need to go and confirm where his grade stays. The person who you are taking capital from, either the bank. That's why when you open an account with the bank, with LSETF, when you are onboarding with them, they will ask a series of questions about your location. The onus is on them to confirm, to ensure where you are staying, the location you have provided exists, the telephone number you provided exists. I am just a bureau. I collate that data. The regulatory framework does not permit me to verify everywhere around the world. We don't verify. We only ensure that information you are provided, the data you are sending to the bureau, meet up with the set criteria. So yes, there might be issue of inaccuracy. When that is detected under the regulatory framework, you are permitted not to rush to the court, because we see some people rushing to the court to file a contempt against the data provider and the credit bureau. No, the regulatory, that's Credit Reporting Act 2016, that the act of the parliament has already initiated, has already provided the process to go. When you notice a wrong data input has been made on your business or your personality, what you do is to approach first the institution that makes such, because on the report or on the score, you will notice which of the institution, especially on the report, that make that submission about you is very open. You can either approach the lender and then make your observation known to them. Even if you come to the bureau by sending us an email or approaching us physically in our offices in Abuja, in Lagos, and the product courts, that's South, you will be well attended to. And then, but we don't do anything on it. We don't do anything on your data. It is the responsibility of the data supplier, financial data supplier, who can be a bank, who can be a government agency, who can be a money lender, who can be a micro lender, who can be like Lagos Employment Trust Fund as well. It is their responsibility to say, okay, CRC, based on the complaint, based on the dispute, we call it dispute, that has been raised by this business, we can confirm the data will be, they must update it within 48 hours, and that will be done. And once it's updated, your report is updated. So there are no rooms for errors when it is detected. We will raise your dispute and we will contact the data provider, and they will also respond to us. So that's why it is. So somebody also asked question on how they can check their report. You can come to crccreditbureau.com. You can quickly go there now. You will see a request for self-inquiry, both for the individual and your business. You can register. It will ask you some question. You will require a BVN, and you will require a functional email, telephone number attached to your BVN, and emails will be that you are provided. You will be contacted, and then you can download our mobile app on what's it called, on your phone. Download CRC mobile and be registered on the mobile app, and you can also get your report from that means as well. As a company, because a company require a deeper review by working, we also work with CHC as a credit bureau. Practically, we work with government agencies Who deals with data? That's the aspect that I handle in the business. I interact with government agencies and the rest and other partners across the world for us to ensure our partnership is strengthening. So when you apply for your business report, that might take not immediate like individual, but that will also be released to you within 24 hours of your submission. You will require your CSC certificate of the business. You require means of identification of the business owner, of the signatory. You will fill the form online, and the request will be delivered to you within 24 hours. But for individual, immediate report is given to you once you apply. That is automatic. The system has been developed in such a way. Thank you. So far, everything about you have been confirmed. Your BVN, your name, it's aligned. Your everything, your report will be delivered to you. Thank you. And some questions, we have some questions. Thank you so much. No, okay, somebody asked, is it just financial institutions that qualify to become a data provider? Because no, not only. What I've said is that anyone, even as a business owner, you are an entrepreneur, you give credit to people. Even schools, we have schools that are member of the bureau. Parents come, some parents, they will come, they will run away. After they will pay this month, after the first time, they will move. You can bring such reports, but you must notify the parent that maybe now you are supplying flour on credit to your customers. Your company can join a credit bureau. So far as an entity. That's one of the reasons why we said, even when you start your business, don't let it be just your name. You are running a business, just have a business name that can represent you. Because in credit bureau, it is the business that come forward, not the owner that we deal with. So far, you are doing a business of buy today, pay tomorrow, buy now and pay later, or any form of credit you are offering it to your client. You are permitted to submit data. So far, you have those required information that is available for you. I mean, you have our template. You meet those criteria. Why not? We will onboard you as a member of the bureau. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ayojidin. So we have another question from Apoche Johnson, and this is directed to Kemi. He said, what about the cash flow collateral? So Kemi, if you can answer that, that would be fantastic.
Okay, yes, to answer that, it's not just the credit bureau report that lenders look at. There are a lot of metrics that lenders make use of, but the basics are the credit bureau report, the cash inflow, which is can be the bank statement or financial statement. And for some, they take collateral. It's not all financial institutions that take collateral, and also depending on the amount that the borrower is trying to get. So yes, it's not just the credit report. You may have a fantastic credit report, but if your sales or your cash flow is very low, as at the tenor or the timeline of the required bank statement, you might not get the loan. Because some might still proceed with the credit bureau report, and some might not, because of course the essence of you providing your cash flow is to tell the financial state of that business. Can you be able to repay your loan? In fact, it's even the basic. I don't think any financial institution might want to. Maybe the online loan, there might be some that do that. And also, apart from taking loans and paying back, do you know that not having, let me just put this tip out there, not having a credit experience at all or a credit score at all does not also place you in a good state for your business to take a loan. You might have a fantastic credit, you might have a fantastic cash flow. Maybe you've made 100 million in the last 3 months or 6 months, but you don't have any credit report at all. Like your credit report is zero, your credit history is zero, your credit experience is zero. You won't, even though on a norm, you're qualified to get maybe 3 million naira maximum based on your cash flow. If you don't have a credit report, you won't be given that 3 million naira. Because logically, we can even play that out even in our day-to-day life. If your neighbor or anybody comes to meet you, somebody you don't know, comes to meet you to ask for money, you don't have any there's no experience, there's nobody you can ask to know, oh, has this person collected money from you before? Someone that have not collected before, you don't know the person, you'll be careful on how much you can give the person. To test, there's something called watch list on credit bureau. Yeah, if I'm correct. Yeah, watch list.
Correct.
So people are placed on watch list too. Okay, let me test them, give them this amount sometimes, and also the credit bureau term might be different from the lending term sometimes on watch list. So people might place some beneficiaries or applicants on watch list to see, okay, let's test run first. Let me give this person 1 million and see if he pays back. You can pay back quickly. You can liquidate your loan on time. You get, because there are some people who they feel, no, I'm supposed to get higher than this now. My cash flow is very strong and all of that. But you don't have a credit experience. So the institution might want to start by giving you something low, like a million naira, for example, or 1.5 million naira. And how you perform on that loan determines how positions you to your next application. That is why we're having this webinar, to just educate more people about how this credit report and credit experience positions you and your business for better opportunities, and even have a voice in the room to come back and say, please, based on so and so, based on my experience with you guys, based on the fact that I've taken loan with you and my track record, you have a voice to come back and renegotiate, even for a lesser interest. I don't want to repeat all the things he has said because of time, but Mr. Deji already mentioned the fact that two neighbors or customer A and customer B may know each other, earn the same salary and all of that, and come to apply for a loan, and one might be declined and one will be approved. They are both earning same salary, but the difference there will be the credit score. This person have a healthy score, this person does not have a healthy score, or this person does not even have a credit experience at all. He won't be declined, of course, but he'll be given a loan, but not up to the one that customer A or applicant A applied for. Yes. I also want to mention that LSETF is putting a lot of businesses in a good space, because we are promoting them, to the bureau based on the compliance of monthly submission of their performance. Because we give to Lagos State government, and LSETF gives at the lowest interest rate, 9% annually, which is very low. So it's presumed that you should be able to at least repay back. So you can see that because our interest is very low, you should be able to pay back. And then in turn, we are also remitting your information and your status to the credit bureau bodies to update it and give you a proper credit score based on how you perform. We even had some success stories, on how Lagos residents and Lagos entrepreneurs are really doing. Our repayment rating actually shoots up from 81% to like 94%. So this tells that education and educating everybody about credit bureau reports and credit score goes a long way. Lagos State employers, for this report tells us now that Lagos State entrepreneurs are trustworthy, they are credit worthy. That's me speaking now, me speaking now to our wonderful beneficiaries that we have here at LSETF. This call makes us see that they are credit worthy, they are trustworthy. We can even, want to come up with a good initiative for entrepreneurs based on what we've seen, their actions and their repayment rate. They are now better positioned. They are now they've positioned their business in a way that it unlocks better opportunities and limits. Of course, if we have maybe any wonderful products now tomorrow, or giving grants or recognitions, we will not start with people who are defaulting and giving us headaches now. Logically speaking, we will go for people who are making their payments on time, people who are they make their payments on time, they have a good track record and repayment history. So that is what your credit score and your business score, does. Positions the business. It shows that from our record, based on what I just said, 94% repayment rate, this shows that our entrepreneurs have some level of understanding of how and why timely repayment is good, because in-house too we give some educational we provide some little educations on reminders. We get SMS reminders, the loan is so day, make sure you try and make your payment, so this gives them some level of understanding on how and why timely repayment is good. So yeah, we've said a lot on this call today. So just have it at the back of your mind that the credit score is a magic figure, it's a magic number. I can put it that way. It just reflects, like what Ayodeji has said, it just reflects the accumulation of all your credit experience and your credit performance. Not just with LSETF, but with every financial institution. So don't think that you might be owing LSETF, or maybe you are owing whatever institution and will not see it. That is where CRC comes in. That's where this credit bureau comes in. It shows, even before I approve your loan or any lender approves your loan, we see what you've done. The report card. We've seen all you've done across different financial institutions. And based on what Ayodeji was even mentioning, that if you want to, you see there's a dispute about your report, for credibility's sake, it's good that individuals cannot just go to credit bureau, because anybody can have a backup story to lie and say no and all of that. They refer you back. And also, I love what you guys are doing great, really, CRC. I love what they do. If anybody comes to them to complain about their report, there is a dispute to the financial institution to let you know that this person is saying this and this and this about this report.
That's
Kindly
what the regulation
clarify.
says. It's
Yes,
what the
kindly
regulation says we
clarify.
should
Kindly
do.
clarify with your records if this matches and what the updated status is. Because there might be instances where your report is not updated. And that was why he advised that you make sure you check your credit bureau report at either quarterly or monthly to see, okay, are you being reported correctly and all of that. And make sure you are also giving correct information to to the lenders you're taking loans for. Your name is correctly spelled, your BVN is correctly spelled, is correctly provided, every details are correct. Because if you go and put Oluwakemi, for example, with that, I don't think any lender will even collect a nickname or any kind of name. You need to have accurate, because this is it's like a lifeline. So I think I've really said a lot under the short minutes. Let me allow our host take over from here.
Thank you, Kemi. Thank you, Kemi. You broke it down excellently well. I think that I was very interested when you said that your credit score is your magic score. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is to your webinar on your credit score. That's your key to unseen growth. So, Mr. Ayodeji, another question is this. Once a business is established, it definitely has to make smart and informed decisions. So how can the CRC credit report help an entrepreneur vet potential clients, potential partners to avoid risk and build a more secure, profitable business? And also, what are even the risks that they can even avoid just because of that credit report?
Okay, so for every business owner in Nigeria or a registered business in Nigeria, like I've said, you can become a member of the bureau by fulfilling their terms and conditions, because you don't need to be highly tech. Yes, our work is 100% technology driven, but as a member, you can start from at least minimum of internet services as a technology advancement that you have. So for anyone, business, like I've mentioned, who is interested in becoming a member of the Bureau, there are laid down procedure. You can go online, you can go to our site, that's www.crccreditbureau.com, and you can require that, oh, I want to join the Bureau as a business owner. So the product that they can use is that, when you use the credit bureau, like Kemi has said, our major work is to give you insight. Lending itself is highly psychological in nature. When you are in need at that moment, anything an employer is asking you to do, a lender is asking you to do, you will definitely do it. But that does not constitute your capacity in repayment. I'm a risk person too. As a risk person, sometimes you bring something to me. You will bring something that will come to me. First thing you do, it's not that you don't have the power to approve it immediately. You will delay because you want to measure how strategically this person is in need of it. Because people must value every resources you are putting into their hands in terms of money. Because money is the key. So as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you will be able to know people better. You will not be in the dark. If I've had a history of being a defaulter, that's the right word, of being a defaulter over time, if you now come to me and say, please, I'm taking goods from you, I'm buying this packet of pen, I'm buying 100 packets of pen because I have a supply to make. But if I be able to check your credit records, check your scores, I'll be able to know, you have a very poor score. That means you must have been defaulting in your credit in the time past. Credit report will tell you, this ILDG was owing me for 30 days, was delaying payment for 30 days, but he paid on the 31st day. But those 30 days that you are owing, it will be showing there. You will be able to know the character of this person. People use USSD to borrow. Within 5 minutes, they borrowed money. We have what is called API connections that we have deployed from at our end to all the fintechs in Nigeria that we work with. That is an API connection that within seconds, your report is gotten. That time you are putting in, even the time you are opening the app, that you are inserting your details, is being sent to us at the back end, and we are responding with your score. So they might say anyone that score below 500, no matter whom you are, you will not be able to proceed to the next stage. That's why you say, oh, you are not qualified for these services, apply in the next 3 months, or apply for lower amount. So our understanding, desire of that, when you have a credit bureau, in your institution, you have access to over 170 million credit records that we sit on as a credit bureau. That is very huge. That's the biggest in Africa, and I'm proud to be part of those people. So there is a downloadable app called CRC Monitors on the app store, on the Google store. Is there credit CRC mobile. So with that now, you will be able, when you become a member, you will see this person that I'm dealing with. So you are going to be making judgment based on data. You are not making emotional sales. You are not selling to people because they wear good clothes. You are not making your goods available to people because they are your neighbor. So if I say, oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. B, I'm so sorry, customer C, I'm unable to offer you this credit this time because I've done your credit search that you have permitted me, you've given me consent to. When the report shows that you were owing these so people, why must I add it to what you're already owing? Because definitely you are going to owe me. That is the success that LSTF have experienced before, because they use credit bureau services to profile their customer. This enabled them now to deal with only good and correct, to deal with the kind of customer that their businesses, those who have the credit worthy, they deal with credit worthy. So if you also join, you'll be able to deal with credit worthy customer, and it will help your business grow. So you will not be losing money You will not be losing opportunities. Somebody has taken your goods away who is unable to pay, and you're unable to restock. And a good customer appeared to you, supply me supply me 20 cakes for our customer service week next week, and they have good credit rating. And now you don't have money to buy flour, you don't have money to buy sugar because a bad customer has taken away your goods on credit. He has refused to pay. But if the bad customer show up and in your store and knock your door and requested, please supply us, we will pay back. And let me quickly check your credit records. And I discover immediately, so madam, I'm sorry. I love what you are doing. But look at the records. It's showing that you are a serial loan defaulter. You are not making judgment emotionally. You are using data to make judgment. And that is where everybody is going. Everywhere you go, they said data is the new oil. All around the world, we are meeting people. People are rushing into Nigeria. What are they looking for? Data to submit, to support a process, to say this is the culture. People between the age of so. I have so many data here that many people have, people have worked with based on this data that we have analyzed at the back end. I know people within this age, people with this culture, people from this side, people who earn this salary between this salary, people who have taken loan in this region. I know how they pay. So I have patterns. So I'll be able to develop what is called data trend. So tomorrow I can easily stand up and say, my business, people who borrow, who come from this social ministry, who come from this social place, I will not be, not that you are segregation, but you are segregating, but you are working smartly for you to be able to scale up and for you to grow as a business owner. So it's essential. So CRC have services to receive to work with entrepreneurs. We have a lot of entrepreneurs that we work with on a daily basis. So you also can be part of them and also benefit. And for people who want to generate their records, in CRC, yes, it's crcreditbureau.com. When you go there, you will see a self-inquiry and then how to generate your report. Part of the product. Click on it. There is the one that is free. That the one that is free is just the one that's inform you this is your report. The one you pay for is also there. So thank you so much, everyone. So that my partner, I'm sure we are ready. Oh, thank you so much, my LSTF team. Over to you.
Thank you so much for the explanation. It's very clear that we have received a lot of information and it's very insightful here. So now we have already shot the time by over 7 minutes because it shows that this session was just very powerful. However, we are a stickler for time. And the question now is, what is the final takeaway that you're going to give entrepreneurs watching this? Just one piece of crucial advice for the entrepreneurs in Lagos, for the entrepreneurs across the world watching this. So just one piece of advice each. So start first with Ken, and then Mr. Ayodeji can take it up.
So the advice would be that don't shy away from taking credit. Don't shy away from taking credit. Take credits that you can afford to pay back. And of course, we know life happens and business happens. Where there are issues, please speak to your to your lender. Speak to your lender so you can maintain good credit history. Yeah, you said one word. So there are so many things I want to say, but we've said a lot. So yeah, let me
So
just
do not be afraid to take.
Do not be afraid to take credit because you need
the
to.
one that you can pay back comfortably.
Yes, the one you can pay back comfortably because your credit score is like your growth accelerator. So yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Ayodeji.
desire to grow as a business owner, so thereby ensure that you maintain healthy growth. Don't make it cancerous growth, that you will grow for nothing. Grow with strength. Start small, and I'm sure there are a lot of opportunities that is available for you. So credit bureau is one of them. Don't shy away. Get to know what the lender have been reported about you, and with that, you can work yourself to the top. What you need is here. And I wish all the entrepreneurs connecting with us all the best this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayodiji. Thank you, Oluwakemi. Thank you to everyone who has been on this webinar. We have learned a lot. Please note that this webinar is live streamed on YouTube, and the link will be there. So in case you need to watch it and get more knowledge, please, you can also do that. And just to note, you can follow us on LSETF on all platforms: Instagram at LSETF, Facebook LSETF, Twitter LSETF, LinkedIn Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Ayodiji, please, if you can also give your social media handles of CRC Credit Bureau. The website is already there. If you can give your... Yes, and it's already there. So for further inquiries, questions, and details, please kindly reach out to support@crccreditbureau.com. If you can give your social media handles, so in case anybody wants to reach out to you on social media too, it's over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Larry. So we are everywhere. We're in the business of making you happy and ensuring that you grow healthy. So our social media handles are here. So we're on Twitter, that's X, as CRC Credit Bureau, CRC Credit Bureau. On Instagram, just look for CRC Credit Bureau. On Facebook, CRC Credit Bureau. On LinkedIn, it's also Credit Reference Company. On YouTube, at Credit Bureau Limited. So we are there. And then myself, Ayodiji Aluko, that's on LinkedIn, and on Twitter as Eel of Salt. So we are there. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And don't forget, support@CRC Credit Bureau. That's our email. You will be well attended to, and we will provide more insight to you. Thank you, LSTF team, for this opportunity. You have a wonderful day, everyone. You have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Please have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.